Really wanted to take my time and make these important decisions. Some of these habits I've had since last year. I've been sharing with you guys my vision board. First video of 2025. Hi everyone, my name is Mridul and welcome back to my channel and welcome to the first video of 2025. I really hope all of you guys are having a great 2025 so far. It's already been like 10 days to the year. Even 2025 is flying by. Talking about today's video, I really wanted to do a sit down video because you guys seem to really enjoy them. I personally love making them, but I really wanted to talk about this year and how I'm planning to really navigate through 2025. So basically, I'm going to be sharing with you guys 10 healthy habits that I really want to implement in 2025. Some of these habits I've had since last year. Some of them are new additions to the list. As you guys know, it's already been a week to 2025. I really wanted to take my time and make these important decisions for the year. I didn't want to have that pressure of January 1st to make my vision board, to write down my goals, my lists. I really took my time and I'm going to be sharing with you guys all of that in today's video, including the vision board. So yeah, let's get started with today's video. I will recommend grabbing a drink or a snack because I have a feeling that this video is going to be a long one. Hopefully a long one with a lot of good information that's useful to you guys. Let's start with the first thing, which is to curate a feel-good playlist. So I actively started doing this last year and I saw a huge difference in my behavior and my mood. In general, music is known to have a profound effect on your emotions. So I have been using music almost like a tool to shift my mood, and making a well-curated playlist is so helpful. Basically, different types of playlists for different kinds of moods. So I personally just have two types of playlists. The first one is a motivation playlist, which is essentially a lot of spiritual and religious songs. I'll add a screenshot on the screen so that maybe you could also use these songs in the future. And I play this playlist at least thrice a week, usually in the morning. And my second playlist is a more nostalgic playlist, which just makes me very happy. You just need to do this once and you will see the difference. Obviously, like everyone, there are mornings where I feel very, very low and like demotivated or blah or even lazy. And just playing this playlist flips everything around for me. Music played such a big role in my life in 2024 that I literally curated an entire planner based on music. In case you haven't gotten your hands on it, definitely go check it out. I'll link it down below. Let's move on to point number 2, which is my favorite, which is to create a dopamine menu. Now, dopamine menu is basically a really fun trend, a very wholesome trend, I may add, that has been going around on the internet. Let's start with what is dopamine. Dopamine is the brain's feel-good hormone that is usually released when you're doom scrolling, when you're on your phone, you're watching reels, you're watching shorts. So basically this trend really wants you to curate a list of things that make you feel good, and those things don't involve you scrolling on the phone. Let me break it down even further for you guys. So a dopamine menu consists of starters, mains, sides, desserts, and specials, kind of like how a regular menu at a restaurant works. So starters are basically things that are easy to do, don't require a lot of effort, but they have a really nice effect on you. Main course are things that require a little bit more energy, more time, but they have a long lasting effect on you. Desserts are things that you don't do usually, they're done occasionally and rarely, but they make you feel good again. So let me actually pop up my dopamine menu that I've made for myself. Again, take out half an hour of your time. It's so simple to make. This is what mine looks like. I am actually highly considering printing it out and like having a physical copy of this menu. I'm a little extra, but you don't need to do that. Just have it on your phone, written in your notes also. And when you're feeling low, you can pull this up and kind of read through it and do a few things to make yourself feel good rather than scrolling on your phone. Let's start with the starters. The first one for me is aromatherapy, lighting a candle, essential oils laga lena thoda thoda. Instant mood uplift for me personally. Fresh flowers, especially if I pick them out and make a bouquet myself. Love it. Hot drinks. I know for some people, cold drinks like cold coffee is like a big mood booster. It's a big mood booster, but for me, it's my hot drinks even in the summers. This might sound insane to a lot of people, but cleaning up makes me feel so good. Like just having an alarm for 10 minutes on and cleaning up a space, it almost is metaphorical. Like it feels like I'm cleaning up my mind, like the clutter in my mind by physically doing it. And I love pairing that activity with a YouTube video or a podcast playing in the background. And if I'm feeling even extra fancy, I'll also put on a face mask. Pinning on Pinterest. Oh my God. Like this is so therapeutic to me. I just love scrolling on Pinterest. I will say, obviously, Pinterest is also like a social media app. So that is also scrolling in a way. But for me personally, Pinterest feels very productive. It helps me ignite ideas. It makes me feel creative. So I feel like I can add it in my dopamine menu. Now for me, on top of my list is doing a DIY project, a creative project that involves me doing arts and crafts. That is something that I usually push around because it takes a lot of effort, it takes a lot of time, it takes a lot of you being present. But every time I do it, like after I do it, it makes me feel so good, releases dopamine. Fresh sheets. Oh my God. I'm sorry if I'm screaming, but fresh sheets make me so happy. Again, effort लगता है bedsheet change करने में, but after it's done, for the next 2-3 days, I feel so nice sleeping in those fresh sheets. Something similar is a self-maintenance day, aka an everything shower. Again, takes a lot of effort, but once you do it, the feeling. Since we are on the topic of self-care, I have to mention that the Plum's Lit Lab sale is going on right now. And this sale is the perfect time for you to restock and really splurge on. I have 3 recommendations. The first one is this toner right here. So this is the Plum's Rice Water Toner, and this has been a staple. As you can tell, I'm more than halfway done with this product. I love that it comes with a spray applicator. It keeps me hydrated and it keeps me glowing. I have another product from the same range. So this is the rice water and niacinamide serum. Clearly, rice water is having a moment in my life, and this serum in particular checks all the boxes off for me. It's lightweight. It sinks into your skin so quickly, helps fade away those pesky blemishes and redness. Oh, and by the way, this is now available in an upgraded packaging. So this is a 50 ml bottle with a pump, which makes application even easier. And lastly, I have a recommendation from Plum Body Loving. It wouldn't be fair if I didn't talk about a product from Plum Body Loving. You guys know it's one of my most favorite brands. I've spoken about this brand for years now. This one in particular is a newer launch. So this is the Marshmallow Melt Body Lotion, an absolute must-have for the winter season. Oh, and by the way, this will make you smell like a dessert. You're gonna smell like toasted marshmallows and cozy cocoa. Of course, it's deeply hydrating. It leaves my skin feeling incredibly soft and supple. Now, let me give you all the details on the Plum's Lit Lab sale. So they have an up to 40% off, but when it comes to their viral niacinamide combos and also the vanilla caramello combos, they have a flat 40% off. If you make a purchase of rupees 1,999, you're gonna get Plum products worth rupees 1,800. They're also giving away the internet's favorite, the viral marshmallow melt, as freebies. Well, that's not it. You can also use my code right here to get an extra 10% off along with free merch. As always, all the links are going to be mentioned down below. Definitely go check it out. Coming back to our dopamine menu, we have 2 more things left on the main course. Reading a book, a cliche one, but it takes a lot of effort for me to actually do it, but once I do it, it makes me feel so good. By the way, my books for the month are these 2 right here. By the way, my goal for every month is to read 2 books. I think it's quite achievable if I read a few pages every night. Let me know in the comments down below if you would want me to share with you guys my 2 books for the month, every month. Kind of make it like a virtual book club. Let's move on to the dessert. So number 1 for me has to be hosting parties. I am a host who does the most and I love it. I didn't do a lot of it last year, a little bit, but I wish to do a lot more of it in 2025. Some really fun ideas would be to do a sip and paint. So fun. You paint, switch the canvas every 5 minutes. So you just keep switching and it's so fun. I really want to do like a potluck party. So where everyone brings something ghar se, but it has to start with their initial. So like I would, for example, bring something that starts with an M I think वो बहुत fun होगा. I also really want to do a mocktail party wherein we make really fun, yummy mocktails, maybe healthy ones also. I also really want to do like spill the tea party wherein there are like different types of teas and biscuits and cakes to munch on, but you're like gossiping. Just wanted to throw a few ideas for you guys in case you're interested. Something very similar is having a board game night. We did so many board game nights last year and I really want to continue doing more. I'm gonna pop up some of my most favorite board games on the screen. Going out dancing is also on my dopamine menu because I found friends with whom I really enjoy going to the disco with, like clubbing basically. And that's it for point number 2. I told you guys this video is going to be a long one. Let's move on to point number 3. Making Ayurveda a part of my lifestyle. If you've been following me for a while, you know that I'm super interested in Ayurveda and I've been making a conscious effort to read books about it, to do more research about it. But what I mean by making it a part of my lifestyle is little things that can be seamlessly integrated in my morning routine. So I have been doing the neti pot very regularly. I have been doing oil pulling very regularly. And I have been taking Ayurvedic herbs. Disclaimer, I am not a doctor. I cannot advise you on what to intake. But personally, with the guidance of a doctor, I have been taking Brahmi. And it has been so good. So Brahmi is known to be really good for your mental health and if you deal with stress. And I have seen a difference. I've been sleeping so well because of this. And in general, I just feel a lot more chill because of it. Again, I'm not recommending you to take it. I'm just sharing my personal experience with you guys. The next thing that I want to continue to do in 2025 is 2 things, okay? It's a combination of 2. The first one is having 1 hour of no internet. Every time I'm feeling stuck, every time I have a creative block, and doing solo dates. So last year I realized that every time I was on a plane where I didn't have access to the internet, my brain would work so much more efficiently and I would rely on my own ideas and myself to think about certain things, to problem solve rather than just going on Google or asking ChatGPT or watching YouTube videos to figure it out. So if you're a creative person, or I feel like in general, if you're stuck in a fix, maybe try using your own mind and not rely on the internet. I think internet is great, love it, but sometimes your brain will come up with such great ideas that even the internet can't help you with, in my opinion. Then we have solo dates. मैंने बहुत बार बात किया ये topic पे that I love my own company. I feel like it's so rejuvenating to just spend time with myself. By the way, when I say a solo date, I don't mean anything fancy. It can be something as simple as going out for coffee. So honestly, it can be anything. But if you've never been on a solo date, I challenge you to do it once. Just do it once. If you don't like it, you don't have to do it. But at least try. So the biggest thing for me this year, my number 1 priority is taking care of my health. So with that obviously comes doing movement, eating right. But having said that, I don't want to take it to an extreme because I've realized that every time I go on a very harsh diet, in the sense that when I do like a no sugar situation, I crash so hard and I have double the amount of sugar. Like I deprive myself of sugar for a week and then after that week is over, I eat so much sugar. So I want to be able to not eliminate, but rather replace. So a really obvious example would be to replace sugar with jaggery, to replace vegetable oil with ghee. So basically just healthier alternatives, and I've come up with a list in order to help you guys. Aditya loves pancakes. So instead of eating pancakes, you can check out this brand which does millet masoor pancakes and they are delicious. Maple syrup के जगह पे तुम कर सकते हो ये वाला no sugar maple syrup. Instead of having regular ice cream, you can try this protein ice cream. Instead of ramen noodles or regular noodles, you can do shiitake noodles or even wheat noodles. Instead of munching on chips, you can do millet chips or even makhana, which is very popular and very tasty. Regular bread के जगह पे sourdough bread. Similarly, pav के जगह पे you can do whole wheat pav. We're living in a time where everything is at our disposal. You just need to open up the Swiggy app or Blinkit or Zepto, and there are so many options for everything. Healthier options. I won't say they're the healthiest, but healthier. And my take this year is to be able to replace and not eliminate. A gentle reminder for you to hydrate. A tool that I really want to use in 2025 is habit stacking. So habit stacking is a concept that I read about in the book called Atomic Habits. It is such a good book. In case you haven't read it, I would highly recommend reading it. So what exactly is habit stacking? You already have an existing habit in your life and you stack it with another habit that you want to make it a part of your life. So for example, what I have been personally doing is every time I brush my teeth, the very next thing I have to do is do my neti pot. So brushing my teeth is a habit that I've had for years and years. So uske saath, immediately after that, I'll make sure to do the neti pot. And I've also gone ahead and stacked my oil pulling. So that way I'm able to really build a habit. I'll give you some more examples. So taking a shower is an already existing habit. Along with that, you could club maybe reading out your affirmations for the day out loud. If you have a meeting on your phone, like a Google Meet, you can walk along with that so you can get your steps in. Stuff like that. Trust me, if you use habit stacking correctly, you can build so many habits seamlessly. Meal planning. Now again, that is kind of similar to me taking care of my health. Last year, I just kept thinking to myself that I need to eat clean, but I never really took any actions. So again, take out 1 hour, take out 2 hours, watch a bunch of reels and shortlist recipes that really resonate with you, things that you want to try out, you want to eat. Making a meal plan for a week is life-changing because I've been doing it for the first week of January and it is so useful. Basically Monday से लेके Sunday तक मेरे पास एक पूरा meal plan है. मैं lunch में क्या खाऊंगी, breakfast में क्या खाऊंगी, dinner में क्या खाऊंगी, snacks में क्या खाऊंगी. So I know exactly what I'm going to be eating that day. एक दिन में मैं सारा सामान भी order कर दूंगी उसके लिए. That way I don't end up eating junk. Snacks, mindless snacking नहीं होता. For your reference, I'm going to be popping up my meal plan on the screen. सब कुछ जो मेरे पास 7 recipes है, 7 dishes है, वो मैं screen पे डाल दूंगी. And I'm planning on just repeating those 7 dishes for an entire month because I think it's not too bad. Like having one dish once a week won't bore me out. The next one is a simple one. Taking a shower before I sleep. Now this is helpful in 2 ways. The first one is an obvious one. You feel hygienic. You've cleansed yourself from all the dirts, the oils, the pollution. You're going into bed feeling clean. But then also, I feel like it also works in a mental way. Like especially if you take hot showers, it really relaxes me. And it's almost like a signal to my brain since I've been doing it for so many years. It's a signal to my brain to slow down, to calm down, it's time to go to bed. And it's also like me time in the shower where I'm reflecting upon the day, what went right, what didn't go right, if there was something that happened during the day, why did I react in a certain way. It's a really good time for me to reflect. So I really want to continue taking those night showers every night. I almost never miss my shower. No matter how late I've come home, no matter how tired I am, just try doing it for a week. And if it works, stick to it. If it doesn't, that's fine. And the last and final habit is to prioritize my feminine health. So I recently went to my gynac and she has given me a list of 4 things that I have to do every single day. If you're a female, I really want to share this information with you guys. So the first thing that she's told me to do is to not use a toilet paper and instead have a napkin that I use to wipe myself every time I'm done peeing. So all these years after I pee, I wash and then I wipe with toilet paper. I'm just supposed to replace the toilet paper with a cotton napkin. She told me that toilet papers are one of the main reasons for UTIs and I've had so many UTIs last year and I don't want to have any more of them. Next, she's told me to have almonds, walnuts and black raisins soaked every morning. Definitely going to be doing that every morning. 7 seed ka mixture mujhe khana hai every single day, just 1 spoon of it. And the last thing is to make a mixture of these 4 ingredients, like a powder of these 4 ingredients, add it in water and drink it. So these are the 4 things that she's really asked me to improve my feminine health, help me with my UTIs, and this might also help me with my period cramps. So if you're a female, maybe try this out. They're all really good ingredients, so it is going to help me in some way or the other. So those were all the healthy habits for 2025. I really hope that this video was informational. I hope that you took something away from this video. However, this is not the end of today's video. We have more. I had promised you guys that I'm going to be sharing with you guys my vision board. I feel like I've been doing this for 5 years at least, wherein I've been sharing with you guys my vision board. So of course I had to do it this year as well. Okay, so let's get started. I always make my vision board in my planner. So this is our Simba Lifestyles 2025 planner. You guys have shown us so much love and support on this one. We only have a few copies left, so I'll leave a link down below. So this is what the vision board spread looks like for this year. I have made these little boxes with little prompts, but that doesn't mean you have to stick pictures in each column. You can do whatever you want. These are just little prompts to help you make the vision board. I think let's start with the most important section, which is self-work and also health. So I want to get fitter. It's no secret that I've gained a lot of weight, so I want to get fit again. Similarly, this is for healthy eating, eating clean. Journaling and reading are 2 things I want to make a part of my everyday life. I'll always be a self-care girly, so just wanted to throw these in there. And also, this year I really want to get a bathtub. I don't know how it's gonna happen, but I'm adding a picture on my vision board. This is for my hobbies, baking and cooking. I really enjoy cooking. I really want to get better at baking. So adding these. This picture basically signifies communication. I want to get better at communication this year. Then let's move on to the work section. Really want to hit 1 million this year. If you guys aren't subscribed, please subscribe. I promise this year we're going to make such great content. So adding this. This is just for creativity, working as a team, creating some amazing videos. And then again, this is for like DIYs maybe. This is for Simba Lifestyle. Our planners did so well this year, and I hope that it just keeps getting bigger and better. This year, I really want to do a lot of quotes and words, so I'm adding these as well. Then we have travel and also kind of spirituality blended together. So this image just obviously signifies travel. Really want to do a lot of travel this year too. I am a beach baby, but I really want to go to the mountains this year. There are a few places on my bucket list like Ayodhya, Varanasi that I really want to go. Last year we had our proper big family trip. Really want to do one this year as well. So adding this, and then this is just to signify friends and potentially maybe a trip with my friends. And here I just have a lot of quotes that I'm gonna layer. So we have 2025 because obviously my number for this year is 888, which stands for balance and also abundance. Something really important for me in 2025 is going to be my mental peace. No matter how well you're doing in life, if you don't have peace of mind, nothing really matters. And the first half of last year wasn't very great mentally, but the second half was amazing. And I hope that that continues to be a theme for this year as well. Now here, honestly, I just have some filler images. Like this picture just makes me so happy. It's a bunch of flowers. I want my life to be super colorful like these flowers. Okay, so roughly this is what my vision board looks like. Obviously, I still need to stick everything in place, but I think you can already tell how me, like taking care of myself and my health, has taken half of the vision board. Really going to prioritize myself this year. If you haven't made your vision board yet, it's not too late. Please go ahead and make one. I 100 out of 10 recommend it. Well, that is it for today's video. I really hope you guys enjoyed watching. I promise my focus for this year is YouTube. I really want to make long form videos. I really want to make more creative, more informational videos, and I really hope to do that this year. Hopefully DIYs are coming back. We're working on a few different things. Let's see how that goes. But I think that's basically it for today's video. I really hope you guys enjoyed watching. Thank you so much for sticking with me through 2025. And if you're someone who's new to the channel, I'm so excited to have you here. 2025 is going to be a great year for all of us. I'll see you guys very soon in my next video. Bye.